Hey, welcome to my journey and to another in our series of Back of the Box recipes. Best recipes from the backs of boxes, bottles, cans, and jars. And what we made this week, they call beans and franks. I just call them beanie weenies. But I want to read to you what it says. It says, remember this? It's an old-time favorite combination. The recipe first appeared on Van Camp's Pork and Beans cans way back before World War II. So I thought, you know what? I want to try that because we like beanie weenies in this house, and it's funny because I had already picked that recipe out to make, and David said to me, he said, I'd like to find a recipe, and he called it beans and franks because that's what he sees. In his mind, it's not a beanie weenie, it's a bean and frank. So it's a whole different recipe. And so when I made it last night, I said, I think this is better than the ones in the can. He said, well, something about beans and franks. I said, that's what this recipe's called, beans and franks. He goes, oh, okay. I don't know if he put the two together. I don't really know. But I'll tell you, we liked it. It is so plain and simple that you wouldn't think just those few ingredients together would be better than the one that Van Camp sells in the can today as a beanie weenie. They should have stuck to this recipe. Much better. I'm just telling you. I'll make it again. And I won't make any changes because just the simpleness of it is delicious. So that's what we're making today. We're making beans and franks, aka beanie weenies. So let's turn around and get started. Don't blink. That's how fast it is. To start off the recipe, I'm changing the very first thing. You need 2 tablespoons of butter and 3 tablespoons of chopped onion. Well, I'm just going to go what feels right. I would use more than that, but you're supposed to saute it on the stove top until the onions are tender. Since I'm going to be baking this in this dish, I don't feel like dirtying up another little pot for this much onions, so I'm just going to microwave it. It won't take it long until it's soft. That took a literal minute. That was it. So my onions are tender. And we just need 1 can. The recipe calls, this is interesting, this was a well, the recipe, what did we say, was pre-World War? I can't remember what it says, but it's 1 pound, 15 ounce can. We now have 1 pound, 12 ounce cans. So they have shrunk by 3 ounces. And then, hold please. Okay, my phone rings off the hook. We need a 1/3 cup brown sugar, and I'm just using real brown sugar. A teaspoon of prepared yellow mustard, and I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to do that. And then it calls for celery salt, but it does not give an amount. So I'm just going to do, this is 1/8 of a teaspoon. So I think that'll work. Now, okay, well, let's stir this in right quick. It's a very plain recipe, not a lot to it, but we're not making a baked bean. We're just making beanie weenies. Now, we need some hot dogs, or wieners, as it says in the recipe. I'm using the Oscar Mayer beef, and it calls for 6. Well, this is what I'm going to do. I think I need to sharpen my knife. I'm going to just do 5. This comes in a pack of 10. And I'm just going to throw this one in the freezer. I think that's good enough. We just want to slice them. I'm going to slice them all together. I just want them this size. You can cut them the size you want, but I'm doing mine this size. I'll just put those right in there. I think that's a good size to get some in every bite, I think. So we will put these in here. Now we just need to bake these at 350. I already have my oven preheated for 40 minutes uncovered. Just go in a couple times and give it a stir. And that's all there is to it. So see you back in 40. Just like that, it's been 40 minutes. I really had hoped they would cook down more and thicken up, but it's easy enough to just pull your spoon up and let it drain. So what I did was I put some in a dish already and let it cool to taste. And you know what? It's simple, but it's delicious. That brown sugar does it. That little sweet tinge to it, that's what sets it off. It's really good. I don't think I would mess with it. Like, you could put barbecue sauce and different things, Worcestershire sauce, things like that. But I don't think I would mess with this at all. I like it. It's a good beanie weenie. So, there you have it. Simple, simple, simple dish of beanie weenies. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. And see you when I see you.